Coach Prime fans and Colorado fans. And I'm both. I want Coach Prime to be successful at Colorado. And I want Colorado to be successful in the Coach Prime era. And I think that there's opportunities that need to be taken advantage of here that maybe aren't being taken advantage of. And if that means that I'm a bad alum or like I'm a traitor or whatever, Doug, again, what you say to me on Twitter, I don't think you people understand. Coach knows this. I know Smitty knows this. Everybody that knows me knows that, like, if you get in my face, I am not the one that cowers. I've never been this guy. Dave McChesney didn't raise a fucking punk. So, like, when people talk shit to me, it, like, literally makes me so fucking happy. I feel like I'm about to go, fucking fuck. Like, I'm telling you, it's like that Chad Ochocinco saying that he used to take Viagra so he could be fast on three legs. That's the same feeling I get when people start running their yap, because there's never any substance behind it. Like, I'm trying to inform people on what I know about the businesses I run, all the coaches I talk to, the fact that Coach Prime and the messages I DM'd you last night, JB, where you don't need to tell me you don't need to say anything other than what you want to say about it. Don't, like, obviously read the messages. But did that seem like Coach Prime was mad at me?
No, not at all.
That was multiple messages.
I got the same ones from him that are similar, different text context, but the same, different ones. I mean, and I'll tell you what he told me. Like, JB, you're a real one. I already know. I'm not tripping. Like, that's basically what he said to me. And I'm just saying the real, because he has players of mine, buddies of mine on staff. I mean, he knows the deal. And I'm like, look, man, you're still very inexperienced in this profession. Like, that's the truth of the matter. And I worry that his health, which I broke down earlier on the show, Matt, if you're going to do this job the right way, you have to get on a private jet and be in Buffalo, New York tonight to recruit a quarterback and his mom. And then you may have to be in San Jose later tonight in California, across America, and recruit this kid and his mom. And can you do it? God damn it, Smitty, I forgot to ask Doc. Can you do it flying elevation with the swelling and everything that occurs?
Damn.
Like, it's a tough job, bro. It's a tough job.
That's deep shit.
Yeah.
And look, my mother struggles with blood clots. She has to take blood thinner. When she flies, it's really, really hard on her. Look.
Let me ask you, Matt, as the head coach and the figurehead of the program, you have to be visible around America. And Nick Saban jumps on high school practice fields on a helicopter. Like, fucking just showing his dick size, but at the same time, he's there.
Well, that's what recruiting is. It's all about measuring cock here. So just imagine, it's like a baby's arm holding an apple. Let's be real. Just imagine, the power that Coach Prime, when he pulled up to Boulder on his private jet, there were 5,000 fans out there at 2 o'clock in the fucking morning.
Yeah.
Like, when he pulled up to Folsom to go tour the facility at 3 a.m. or whatever time that was, they were people out front. So can you imagine how much power it would be knowing that he's got these issues and he's still on the plane going to recruit? And look, I think that he's going to do all of that. I mean, he's a college football coach. That's what college football coaches do. When their season's over, they get on the plane and start recruiting. So I don't think that there's two things here. And the second one, I'm really going to challenge some people. First, I don't think people are just going to come to us. Okay. Being 4-8, as sexy as we were at the beginning of the year, it didn't end well. Although the team did play their ass off and they had a bunch of one-score losses, and I'm very proud to be a Buff, I don't think kids are just going to come. And we've lost a bunch of commits, and that's okay. That's the recruiting process. Again, every time I say something that's actually factual, people shit their pants because you can't read or something. I don't know, man. Facts are facts. So the second part of this is the NIL funding, the ability to say, I don't want a kid to treat us like an ATM and then the next week say we need to fill the coffers and everybody needs to put money in so we can go buy players. That's got me a little confused because I'm in this business. I'm in the recruiting business where I've got unnamed college coaches telling me they've got $500,000 for 2 offensive linemen. And I'm calling my guys. I'm like, yo, like, you sure you don't want to take advantage of this opportunity? That's 1 year, 250. Like that's league men, dog. Like that's, I'm sorry, but that's pretty good. So my second question is, Coach Prime is maybe the most connected human being I've ever met. The people that were up there when the shine was on and it was hot outside and football season was pumping at the beginning of the year, the Rolodex of people was unbelievable. Unbelievable. It was unbelievable. And yeah, I rode the wave just like everybody else, and don't act like you didn't. My challenge to them now, if I had Raekwon's number and Cameron's number and Kevin Garnett's number and Paul Pierce and, you know, Dr. J and all these other Little Wayne and every I mean, Offset and all these other dudes, all the dudes that are there, all the dudes, T.O. and just the list goes on. Support your guy. Dog, what are we talking about?
There's nothing to talk about. It's real
simple. So if you want Colorado to be successful, celebrities that love Coach Prime, open up your pocketbooks. It's tax exempt. You can write it off. And I'm telling you, once the kids know that these celebrities are contributing the money, if you think they were flocking before, they'll flock like you've never seen it, because the majority of these kids are clout chasing. Let's just be real. If you're a 5 or a 4-star kid, which is what they're recruiting right now, which is what I want them to do, and you're 80-10-10, you're 80% transfer portal, 10% high school, 10% JUCO, which is maybe now like 90-10 because JUCO is dying. Well, you've got to have funding to make that work. So my challenge to all the big timers, Lil Wayne's wearing a CU hoodie in his latest music video, you know, smoking a blunt, doing Lil Wayne shit. I'm with it. I don't give a fuck. Like, it's what it is. I live in Boulder, Colorado. I live in Denver, Colorado, where weed's legal. If you don't like that shit, move to Nebraska, you commie. So, like, I challenge, like, make $1 million donation into the NIL fund so we can get Jordan Seaton. Why is it a bad thing to buy players? That's a good thing. The fact that we can buy players, use your clout, use your connections, use the opportunity in front of you, and say, everybody that was here when the shine was on and we were rolling and raked 18th and rolling into Oregon, which humbled us, but still won the next week. They're 4-2 going into Stanford. Could have been 5-2, blew that game, 29-point lead at halftime. Everybody that was there, everybody that was, excuse me, everybody that was contributing their time and effort then, The Rock, he can't contribute $1 million. So, like, my point is, like, are you really supporting, or are you just sucking off of Prime's swag? So, like, I don't really care if all the celebrities get mad at me. I don't know y'all. I'm just some dude that does stuff, okay? And that's cool. I ain't nobody. I'm just a fucking washed out old football player who's got an opinion, and the fact that I piss people off with the sound of my voice turns me on. I can't help it. So I'm going to keep doing this shit, and my challenge is, if you got deep pockets like this, yo, come on. As your arms get shorter, your pockets get deeper, boys. Nah, man. Reach down, pull out some dough, hand it to Coach Prime, and say, what else do you need? You need me to make a phone call, George Seaton? You need me to make a phone call to this kid in the transfer portal you want to sign? You need me to make a phone call to this bad motherfucking defensive end at whatever school? You need me to make a phone call, Coach? I got you. Instead of just, oh my God, Coach Prime is taking off and Colorado's on the up. How do we all attract ourselves to this and latch onto it? And the minute it goes bad, whew, it's like Casper the Ghost. So I've said this about 1,000 times, and I will retort. If you allow me, of course. The one consistent with the University of Colorado since 2011, when Coach Embry got the job, is me. I helped Coach Embry get guys. I helped Coach Mack. I helped Coach Tuck. I helped Coach Darrell. And I was Coach Prime's first meeting. So to insinuate that, and the other thing is, like, I never once ever said, and JB and Smitty, you can attest to this, did I ever say I really wanted the O-line job? Or did I just answer the question and say, of course I would take it if he offered me the opportunity?
All you ever said.
That's all I said. So when people, he just wants to get the O-line job. Motherfucker, I own 3 businesses, dog. I'm swimming. You know Scrooge McDuck when he jumps off the fucking board into the goal pit? That's what I do every day at 5 a.m. So I don't need like this venom at me for trying to help the program when all you motherfuckers were Jackson State fans last year. So let's just be real. I was up there talking to the 1-11 Colorado Buffaloes national embarrassment last year. Me. I was helping Coach Tucker. I was helping Coach Mack. I was helping Coach Embry. None of y'all. So
I'm the one that was in there. I was the one that was in the
everybody in Boulder, Colorado, and the surrounding areas that have latched onto this just because it's super cool. I love Coach Prime, and I'm glad he's here. You better ante up and kick in or shut the fuck up and come at me, dog. I'm ready for this shit. We always used to say, anybody that knows this chant means it's fucking wartime. So you want to come at me, it'll be wartime on your ass.
Hey, man, this is interesting. First of all, I'm different, I guess.
Clip.
Yeah, Bailey. I'm cut from a different cloth, though. Want to use those scissors. I would be embarrassed to come out and ask anybody for anything, even in year 1 at 4-8, except for my AD that's behind the scenes asking my AD, hey, I need this for a coach. I need this for a facility. I need this for something else. I would be that way. Now, if I was 10-2 in my first year, I'd be like, hey, give me some fucking money. But that's just me, man. I'm just saying that's me. I'm not saying that's everybody.
But we're not Coach Prime. You're thinking about it from a perspective of like a real football coach that has to build a program, and you're not going to ask for anything before you show it. He doesn't need to do that.
I know.
This guy invented swag.
But that's my point.
Jesus Christ.
That's my point, though. You shouldn't have to say it, homie. I should be able to text every fucking person you mentioned and say, hey, dog, shoot me some bread. I'm going to go get this kid.
Well, how about this?
Say it after I said this is not an ATM machine. It doesn't look good.
Let me ask you two this question. How much you think that Rolls Royce that Shedeur drives is?
5.
How much you think he could sell it for? 500 G's?
Yeah.
At least.
If I'm Shedeur Sanders and a guy who has a 5-level cage fusion in his back, and Shedeur Sanders literally got hit so much that he broke his back, but I'm the bad guy for saying we need an offensive line scheme that's fucking going to be productive to protect the first round commodity. That makes total sense. So I would be, if I'm Shedeur Sanders, I'm selling the Royce. I'm telling the people that give me money, I don't need your money. I'm a Sanders. We're paid. I can live off on like my scholarship check and shit because I already got a fat crib and I probably got another 2 or 3 cars. Like, why don't we just cut bait on some of this bullshit and put that money towards motherfuckers we can go buy? The fact that we're like even debating this is insane. Like you can buy players. Please use your funds to buy players. This is it's a 1 or 2 year turnaround, and everyone knows that shit. When Shedeur leaves, when Shiloh leaves, when his daughter's a senior in college and she's playing on the basketball team, it's going to be a different vibe. It'll be the first time coach has never coached his kid. Yeah. And I guarantee you it will look, I would not be surprised, especially if he gets it to a level where he can hand it off to somebody that he trusts, which I think he will. Like, I do not think we're going to fail. I think we're going to be really good next year, and the Big 12 is going to be good to us. And I'm not the only one that thinks like this. I don't know how many coaches I talked to yesterday. Almost every one of them was like, who are they going to hire on the offensive line? And I was like, I don't know. Not you, apparently, because you're asking me. And so
right.
You can't have it both ways, Colorado fans or Coach Prime fans. Everyone has to look at the shit sandwich right now and go, at the beginning of the year, this looked like a pretty good Reuben. Now this shit looks like a shit sandwich, and we all got to take a bite and keep chewing, because turning on each other is not the right way. But at the same time, I consider myself a leader in this community, and you either get on the Colorado train, coach by Coach Prime, and we start getting back to what the University of Colorado is, and this tells me all I need to know about you. if you don't think we need to sing the fight song, you can't talk to me about this. You probably went to Metro State or like Red Rocks Community College or some shit, or maybe you didn't go, and that's cool. But don't sit here and act like you know the significance of it while you sit here and say that it's not important. It's not about a song; it's about community.
No doubt. I want to transition. Perfect segue. Community. And I'm talking about community of the NCAA's landscape in college football, which used to be a very, very tightly knitted fabric, the fabric and the core of football. I broke it down to start the show. I said there's levels. There's youth Pop Warner coaches. Their number one job is to teach basic fundamentals and have fun. Then I said high school head coaches. Their number one job is to educate, matriculate, and graduate. And then I said college coaches are supposed to massage boys and turn them into men, get them ready for the NFL. And then I said the NFL head coach is really supposed to be the elitist of elite when it comes to scheme and putting players that make millions of dollars in the best situation to succeed, because basically this is an even playing field in the NFL. Everyone gets paid on the 1st and 15th, and you should be teaching scheme instead of teaching the quarterback who the fuck is the mic ID and who's hot. So somewhere we're failing these guys, and I believe it's at the college level.